window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a...
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing on first down is Carr. Man open left side, it's Williams. And I think the ball's out. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's see what you got. Check four.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Strip that ball.
Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Watson flush to his right. On the run, he's got him in, complete. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Watch it, I smell. Take it in. Hey, 31. Go. Say. Out, go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on third down for this offense.
Check. Go Mike 50, Mike 50. Here it comes.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
It's just me and you. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Miller. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Under 10.
A first down carry now for Miller. Lamar Miller, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
6-18. Mike 37. Hey, Mike 7. 37 to Mike 37.
From the gun, it's Carr. They're hauling it in, Nelson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This game, this matchup means a little more to the Carr family. Derek Carr's brother David, of course, the first overall pick in 2002 by these Houston Texans. Spent 5 years as the Texans starter, and then he would eventually spend 6 more years as a backup in the league at various spots before calling it a career. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Even. 4 down. 24. Check three.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Stop your body. Rush in. Look open.
Out of the gun, Watson sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Miller. He's got it. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. Completion left side to Miller. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Watson looks to throw again. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Mike. School. Check 55, Mike. Who that?
Carr now on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Back. Check.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he comes back with one complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down now, it's Miller. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on third, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
734.
Throwing again on second down. Carr and Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
Down. 180. 37. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Carr now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. On the draw, Richard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Raiders on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Texans on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. This is caught. It's Ryan Bland. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment. Without
a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come to my work. Hey, 31. Come to my work. Switch. Down and go.
Again, it's Miller. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
What we got?
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This is it. 19. 59. Watch the curl. Check 13. Check 13. Alert flare.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, 31. Down and go.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. 12 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Check 15. 31. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Nice, sweetheart.
Now a first down throw. Watson eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mike, check, 59. Hey, 24.
To throw again on second down. Watson, flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Situation. Let's go.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Runs over him. Evades the tackler, and now some space. That good for 22 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Watch the 59. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll come out in the pistol. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Check right. Check right. Watch 55. Watch the run.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So it's challenge time. The referee's tablet coming out. And the big question, Charles, did that football break the plane to the goal line?
They just need any part of the ball to cross the goal line in order for it to count. And remember, it's got to be indisputable, though. Sometimes we think it's going to be there. We can't really find it on the tablet. So we'll see what the final call is going to be.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Hey, 24. Slam. 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 Shift. Watch the shift. Go.
Now Watson going to sneak it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, what now? 188. 55. Here we go, D. Check. Lucky. White. Get. Hey, turn it up. Check 2. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. I'm coming for you. Easy. Kill. Check. Pick the edge. Come. You go tight. You got time.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Carr now throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
59 Mike. Check, John, let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Rolling to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
So you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Carr now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Carr completes it, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ryan Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. DJ Reader in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Carr to throw. And an alley to run. And Carr seems to be in some pain. He's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this is caught off a deflection. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone. and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Throwing now is Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then hands. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Set. 18. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Texans, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left.